It's the most hackable time of the year. Hardly Christmas Carol material there, but it's true. And when surveyed, nearly half of us said we're uncertain if we're even taking the proper security steps to protect our devices. Gary Davis is the Chief Consumer Security Evangelist at Intel Security, here with a valuable heads up. So what are this year's most hackable holiday gifts?
This year, as in most years, the top of the list are things like PCs, smartphones, and tablets. We've always known that PCs need special attention when it comes to security, but nowadays your smartphones and your tablets are equally at risk. So those are the devices that the bad actors are really focusing on these days. Your second are streaming media. More and more people are getting these devices to connect to your TV to allow you to do more things with that device. Be careful where you get your stuff from. A lot of people are doing side loads and putting perhaps bad software up there. That could really, affect your identity and your privacy if you do those sorts of things. Connected devices. We're bringing more and more devices into the home. Connected thermostats, connected TVs, connected hi-fi systems, connected refrigerators. All those devices, the word connected is kind of a common theme. And when they're connected, the bad guys know it and they can access it and do bad things. Drones. Drones is new to the list. We're seeing a lot of interest in consumers who use drone technology this year. And when they use those devices, they don't understand necessarily some of the privacy and security risks that come with them.
How can we avoid security risks?
Certainly, with your PC, you're almost always going to put some sort of anti-malware security software on there. Continue to do that. That's first and foremost. But this year, you need to make sure you're doing that with your smartphones and tablets as well. Again, most people look at those devices as just a phone, and they use them for some of the same things they do on their PC, such as banking and commerce. If you're doing those sorts of things, make sure you're putting antivirus software on there, and also make sure you apply any system or application updates. In most cases, those include security patches and fixes of known vulnerabilities. When it comes to your streaming media, make sure you're only getting applications from known good stores. You don't go and try to sideload and do other things which could introduce bad software to those devices. When it comes to your connected devices, do two things. First and foremost, do your homework when you're buying the device. Look for manufacturers that really have put a keen focus on privacy and security as part of the manufacturing process. And when you get that device in your home, the very first thing you should do when you're setting it up is change your default password. That's going to go a long ways to preventing that device, something bad happening in that device. And with drones, do your homework. There's a lot of rules about privacy and what you need to do with that device. And also make sure when you're doing your homework on drones, look for drone technology that's using encrypted communications between your controller and the drone.
Gary, would you touch on e-commerce?
Some 84% of consumers are going to shop online this year. I've not shopped at a mall in the past 3 years. I do all my shopping online. But a couple things you need to be mindful of. First and foremost, be careful where you go buy stuff. You may get an email with some gadget you're looking for. You may search for something and you see this offer that looks too good to be true. When you go there and it's someplace you haven't seen before, I would be really careful before buying that device from them. Bad things could happen. So shop from known good e-tailers and retailers when you're shopping this holiday season. Secondly, be really careful of the emails you get. This is the time of year where the bad guys know you're hurried. So they're going to be sending you a lot of emails that pretend to be from your bank, from a shipping company, from an e-tailer. Stop before you click. Make sure it's a known good source, and if it looks like it's maybe suspicious or it doesn't really look like it aligns with anything you're doing this holiday season, instead of clicking on the link in that email, go to that bank, go to that shipping company, go to that credit card company, and do your research there instead of clicking on the link.
Where would you send our viewers online to learn more?
The simplest thing people can do to find out more about the most hackable gifts is search on the term most hackable gifts. There's going to be several links at the top of the page that'll take you to the research we conducted and provide additional tips that you can do to keep yourself safe this holiday season.